Howdy, hey guys and gals, installation day. We got our new Mack rotator. Hey guys, before I get too far into it, today's video is sponsored by Mack, so big thanks to them. Loving the rotator. I've been running it now as I'm editing this video for a couple months, so it's been great. Enjoy the video. The old black broom leaking a little bit, so time for a fresh. Or we've got the yoke undone. Now we're going to take the bolts out holding this to the harvester head frame. It's red. It's supposed to be. Bolt number 3. Hands cramping up. You think as much oil as that BBR's leaking, these bolts wouldn't be rusty, but one more to go. All right, it's unbolted. Now let's take these hoses off. Take these buggers off now. You know what? Let's take the whole fitting. Alright, we'll just throw some yellow caps on here. We got the valve shut off for the harvester head.
Why did it seem like it turned right?
This will just keep everything clean. I don't know if we're going to reuse these hoses or not. I'll let you know when you go from a BBR factory to the rotator what I end up doing for different hose there. I'm going to try to keep these factory and then add on from there if I can. Slowly but surely here. And then roll the screwdriver in there that loosens them up. They're between being froze in there and probably being in there for at least a year. What are we doing? They're warm. Ow. Icon extractor kit for the win. I
haven't pulled that muscle in the arm for...
I was right about that. So when you're taking these BBR ones apart, this gear here is C-clipped to the pin for your brake. Come on. Maybe you need a bigger one. External straight.
I guess it's kind of like little by little. You get the tools, and you get the trailer, then you get the truck, and
yeah. Well, hopefully the other side ain't hammered. This is hammered out just a little bit.
got a whale on it and bust it past some burr, or
probably
that much is easy.
Yeah.
And then
they're coming.
Moving.
Yeah, you're taking the bushing with it a little bit. Ain't no problem. We need something to drive that out, and hold on. So now the pin's coming out. You can see the bushing's coming a little bit. It ain't in perfect shape.
I need a driver now.
We might be able to pull it out if we took the pressure off of it.
I'm gonna just drop it if it comes out.
I ain't too worried about it. I'll put a new one on. Alright.
I ain't lifting much.
Alright.
The bad part about it is gotta
Just chop it off with the grinder. Next time I got a cutting wheel on the grinder.
come in.
Yeah, it's coming moving. Oh, I see why that bushing came with. Alright. So now we're putting these shims in on this guy here, and then these little rings here sit inside the yoke here. Alright, a little bit of a change of plans. I do need a different yoke. That one's not going to fit here. It's too wide and too different. So we're going to try putting the rotator on and get everything else done while I'm waiting on my new link. Close enough, right? We got 3 more under here, and then we're going to take a weld from here to here around. Probably won't get up in here too much, maybe a little bit, but just to make sure that these never come loose. We're also going to throw some Loctite on these when we do that, and then take these back out. Okay, we got Loctite on them bolts up in there. Now I'm going to snug them up and then take these back out and put some Loctite on them. Okay, so we just took the cover here off and put our BSP fittings. Now we're going to route these hoses and see if I like it, or if I want to get a 45, or I have 45s, 90s that is. So after figuring out our hose routing, for now we got a zip tie holding this in place with our pre-existing 45s for the BBR. But what we're going to do is end up changing these hoses to factory length, and we're looking at hose number L0804 to whatever that corresponding length comes into a 90, and that'll be a real nice hose route. Okay folks, a few things have happened since I talked about this. One, it snowed. What a pain. But we got this welded because I got a weld on that, so those bolts, fine thread in there, don't come loose when you're using this configuration. We put some different fittings in here. I ended up going with 2 90s, and look at how beautiful this hose routing is. 1 zip tie there, everything factory minus that fitting. And then I just got done putting my link in. We got brand new link from boom tip to rotator, 100 mils across here, 100 mils across here. And so far I like our hose routing on off the boom tip down to here. Gonna play with that, see if I need to adjust the hose length above my swivels. So now I'm running the Midwest setup. Those of you with the block here will be a little different. And aside from that, I just need to throw some grease in here and tighten 2 bolts up, and we're ready to show you guys some action shots of this new rotator doing its thing. Okay, just finished tightening stuff up, waiting on a grease gun, but let's play with it and see what it looks like. Well,
what do you think about the?
I think the hose length is pretty good. I like it.
How about your? Did you have as much?
It was so fast it was hard to tell. I got to slow this thing down, and I got these backwards, so I got to take this cover off and swap them real quick. But then I got to call Tim at Ponzi, and he'll show me how on the computer to adjust my pressures to slow this thing down a little bit, because that was a lot faster. That old rotator was junk and wore out.
You got the bolt.
Yep. Oh, I do? Okay, I can stay on. Now we'll put this one here, this one here.
You go to your driver specific.
Go to driver specific. Okay, as you can see, we just got our settings figured out. I dropped minimum down a little bit and maximum down a little bit. This is a lot more oomph there, but time for some action shots. All right, I got the camera kind of